Hi everyone, I'm Jane and this is my first opinion video. As you can see, I'm rebranding, reworking all my channels, and at the same time I'm trying to work to new contents that can be entertaining and interesting for all of you. So if you have some feedbacks to help me improve the quality of the contents, I will really appreciate it. And now, let's just start with this hard video, because actually it will be really controversial. Why I think that the Slinger cannot be fixed. You know, I heard a lot of opinions and I saw a lot of videos where people actually started to speak about the Slinger, but in general about boring killers. And you know what, I kinda agree with them. I think that the Slinger is not a fun killer to face in a chase. Because actually I don't think the Slinger is OP, I think he's really strong in the chase, and he has to work on the chases to get his full pressure. And I can agree with it, because especially when I have 5 seconds chase, I can feel that it's not really fun for the other side to live that kind of experience. But you know, at the same time, I think that there's no way to fix that. The main point actually the community is against is the almost not existent wind up time. Also called the possibility to quickscope. What's the quickscope? The quickscope is actually able to insta-shoot someone by pressing really fast the aiming button and the shooting button. What does this mean? That actually you have to have a sort of aim in your mind, and at the same time that they have no feedback because they don't even see you raising up your rifle. Now, I can feel this is unfair. Of course, I play Survivor a lot. I dedicated my channel to J. Romero for a really long time. I would be not honest with you if I would express an opinion strongly pro Slinger. Actually, I know that he's a problematic killer in Dead by Daylight. But at the same time, if you increase the wind up time, you create some problems. The first problem is a marketing problem. The Deathslinger has been introduced in the game as a shooter-feeling killer. They said it in their streams, and they were really proud when they announced this point. And you know, if you increase the wind up time, you kinda destroy all of this concept. I know, we have seen other concepts of killers completely changed during these years. And I'm speaking about Freddy, for example. The old Freddy had nothing to do with the new Freddy. The old Freddy was a really strong stealth killer. He was a scary killer, while the new Freddy is a jam pressure chasing killer. He's a totally different killer. But I think that the situation here is a bit different. We are speaking now about a killer who was fought as a sort of shooter game killer. If you change that, what's the point of playing him? The other point about that is that it will make him really weak. There are more reasons about that. The first reason is the most obvious one. If you give him wind up time, you actually create a full clone of the Huntress. And at that point, why shouldn't I play the Huntress? With the Huntress I can shoot around all the map. With the Huntress I have bigger hitboxes during a chase. With the Huntress I have a better flick. Because, you know, if you aim with the rifle, while the rifle is on, the camera moves a lot slower than usual. So, if you give him a wind up time, you will make him a sort of useless clone of the Huntress. The only point of playing him will be shooting through the tiny holes of the tiles. And you know what, I even think that they are going to close some of these, because during the anniversary stream I noticed that the shack is really different, so I think that the all the holes behind the shock will be closed, for example. And that would be already a sort of big nerf to the Deathslinger. But the problem is that it would be a big nerf to good or grit Deathslinger, not even good, but grit Deathslinger, because as Deathslinger was able to manage this stuff, to have a real advantage during a chase, is above the good Deathslinger. Anyway, increasing the wind up time will make him really weak. I know that for a survivor is a big I don't give a fuck. The most important thing is that I'll not face him anymore. But actually, all of the Slinger players like me who spend time to master him and everything would feel cheated. And that's not okay. The first reason is about the fun, because I play something mainly because of fun, and already having that shooter feeling removed will make him pointless to play, you know. And the second point is about balancement. I don't like speaking about balancement because actually Dead by Daylight is a game that where you touch something you break something else, and not because of the developers but because of the concept itself of the game. So I don't think that it's actually easy to balance him or to work on this kind of situation. You will always have that kind of feeling against the Slinger. They can only make him more punished for missing shots or for bad plays, but the general feeling and the wind up time stuff we should stay the same. Someone suggested make like if you aim with quickscope you have a less accurate shot, and I think that this is probably even worse than just increasing the wind up time, because you know, I cannot have a killer whose power works randomly. I want to master a killer, I want to be able to know what is going to happen if I do a certain thing with the killer. So that's even a worse idea than just increasing the wind up time. The fun thing about the Deathslinger is that he's criticized by survivors for being annoying to face, and at the same time, people who play killer are against him at the same time. Sorry, I said the same thing 2 times. But what I want to say is that killer mains think that he's weak. So you hear people who want a nerf, and at the same time you hear people who want a buff. And you know, different opinions but same idea. No, it wouldn't happen, because I hear people who complain about the lack of map pressure, and they want him to be at least 4.6. But if you make him 4.6, you know what, you actually didn't understand what kind of killer you have in your hand. Because it will make him really... He's already really strong in chases. But if you give him 4.6, you will make him literally uncounterable in chases. It will be a beast. Maybe, I'm not exaggerating now, but maybe even better than the nerfs. That difference in speed will make him even better than the nerfs. He's already able to down people in like 5 seconds, even something less if you play with save the best for last. And at the moment he's suffering only the indoor maps, more or less, or some particular tiles where the pallet, if the pallet is down, you are forced to destroy it. I already spoke about that during my School of Slinger streams. But anyway, no, that's something else that you cannot change. If you want in 4.6, it means that they have to work on the chasing power, and we come back to the original point I already spoke about, that if you change the wind up time or the shooting feeling, it's not okay. Or like giving him a cooldown to be able to shoot again, that would still destroy the fun point about a shooting killer. And you shouldn't feel so countered or so destroyed for missing your shots. Also because already missing a shot if you play add-on less is really punishing. So, how would I fix the Slinger? The only thing I would probably change is making him walking slower for a bit longer time when he puts down the rifle. In this way, at least you fix the problem of people who just fake aim to zone people. And it's already something, you know. In this way you limit the killer to people who actually want to master the power, who are good at shooting, and you know, my opinion about killers is that if you want to be a good killer, you have to be good at mastering the power. So allowing already removing this stuff will reduce the number of people who get good scores and good rewards for just faking to use the power. I think that it's already something really, really good. About other stuff I will change, honestly, I wouldn't change anything. And you know, I already know, I can imagine, you will say, yeah, of course, you're a Slinger main, you wouldn't nerf him. And no, it's not about that. As I said, I will change that stuff, and that stuff would already be a nerf. And you know, a lot of times you are actually forced at cancelling a shot because you feel not confident with it. And having a slowdown will make me lose a lot of meters with the Slinger. I should improve at learning when it's better to try the shot or not. So no, I don't want him OP and annoying. I just think that this killer cannot be fixed. And you know what, I'll tell you something more. I think that the Slinger shouldn't be in the game. If you would ask me, like in February, hey Jane, would you like to add a killer like that in the game? I would say no. And my first reaction when I saw him was, oh my god, this beast will be annoying to face in chases, it will be fucking annoying. And this is what actually happened. I know that someone between you will probably ask, why do you play the Slinger if you think that this killer is boring to face and to play against? And I think that can be interesting for our next opinion video. I'll try to explain with more words next time. Meanwhile, let me know if you appreciated this content, if you agree with my point of view, if you think that the Slinger is actually a killer you can actually fix in some way, if you have some idea to change the killer without breaking the concept and the fun around him, and let's try to have a constructive discussion. Thank you for the love, thank you for watching me, I'll see you next time. Jane.